Good evening, everyone. Welcome to come into the med room, episode 2. We're going to be talking about nursing, and I also invite non-nursing questions to be asked on this broadcast. Thank you, Perry. Thank you. Appreciate that. So we got 5 people in the room. I gave a lot of notice. I gave as much notice as I possibly could to get people into the room, or to get people in at least in the waiting room until I went live. So we'll see how I did. I tried to give at least like 8-hour notice. So depending on energy, maybe long, maybe short. Oh, that's just oil. I'm not sweating. I'm just oily as hell. Why is this? Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I'm back. Okay, guys. So Perry has already said something. Are you guys still there? Say something if you guys are there. Because got 6 people in the room. How y'all doing? Good evening. How y'all doing today? So today's Thursday, episode 2 of Come Into the Med Room live nursing Q&A, and I'm going to also invite other questions. Those of you guys who have ever wondered what the CL, I think it's CLWC means. That means I'm a certified life and wellness coach. Boom. So I'm here to be. I want to give advice on not only nursing but also lifestyle shit too. If you need advice on stuff outside of nursing, I want to start doing stuff like that too. And I'm so glad to have nursing under my belt. But also let's get some other shit. As told by Meryl. Hey girl, how y'all doing? So how was you all's day today? It's a Thursday. I know it's the work week. For nurses, there is no such thing as work week. Hey, Gucciano. I'm sorry. Hey there. Hey. If I miss, I'm screwing your name up. Hey. So we got 10 people in the room. It's crazy that it's like I got like 3,000 plus subscribers, but I can only get no more than like 30, 40 people in the room, but whatever. I think YouTube goes through and deletes people for me that aren't active. So that's awesome. So who's in here? Everybody check in. Check in. Christina, doing well. Started my last semester of nursing school on the 9th. Congrats. Good luck to you. Congrats. It's time to get up out of here. Hey, Shia, Beauty, hey. Future Doc Gwen. I'm doing an accelerated BSN program, 12 months, started in the spring. Class start in January. It's online with clinicals and labs. Any tips? So if are you a nurse already? Future Doc Quinn, are you a nurse, or are you doing like a LPN to RN, a RN to BSN? What you doing? I need more info. Whew. Come on, y'all. Don't be shy. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. I know a lot of you guys have started school, nursing school, because we are in this September 2nd today. I was about to say it's September 1st. September the 2nd. So you guys are just getting started in your nursing school semesters, or just school semesters. Your children are starting to school or have already started to school. I don't have no children. Praise Jesus. No, it's an accelerated program for non-nursing bachelors. In 12 months, Quinn? Or do you have, I know there's those programs that like, if you already have a bachelor's degree in something, they'll do an accelerated BSN program, or is that the kind of program you're in? Because a BSN in 12 months, even I think a BSN and even if you have a bachelor's degree, that's still odd because a regular RN program, if you don't have no nursing, is 2 years. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about those types of programs that promise that, but I don't know. Hey, Melanin Mama. Yeah, so I don't know. Well, Quinn, I don't okay. So one thing I can say, Quinn, is stay focused. I've never been in one of those programs that do the accelerated part, but from just having a bachelor's degree, oh shit, sorry, I kicked my camera. Damn, it took me all this time to get it situated. Hold on. So just to keep it stay positive. Future Quinn classes are 3 to 10 weeks per class. Ugh, yeah, I'm so oily. Jesus. Only thing, Quinn, I can say if this is an accelerated program to get your BSN and you're not even a nurse, I don't know what kind of program that is, but stay motivated. It's some difficult subject matter. Get you some study groups. Start being very communal with your fellow nursing students, your fellow nursing peers or whatever you want to call it. Get some study groups going. Make sure you understand the material. One big thing I will tell you too, Quinn, is once you get your Nclex book, start reading your Nclex book. It's never too early to start reading your Nclex book, in my opinion. I started flipping through my Nclex book like the first week of every nursing program I've ever done. I've always well, it's just two, LPN and RN. I always started to flip through my Nclex book. Be careful though, because your Nclex book is will help you understand the material a little bit better, but it may not be testable, meaning that what you're being taught in class may differ a little bit from the Nclex book. So just use it as a filler, but don't necessarily study it for your test in nursing school. It's good for the Nclex itself, but teachers tend to ask different types of questions or may have different types of lab values or information. So just make sure that you just study it to understand the material, but don't necessarily study it for the test if that makes sense. Use it as right. You're exactly right, Melanin Mama. Use it as a supplement. Absolutely. Are all of you all subscribers to my channel or not? Are you guys subscribers or not? Because last time I went live, there were a lot of people that said they did a Google search and found me, and so like, go subscribe. Is everybody following me on Instagram? So what other questions? I hope I answered your question, Quinn. Yeah, Melanin Mama, you gotta go follow me on IG at Adam Deshawn. I don't do a lot of nursing on the IG, but I just be posting pictures of myself and just shit I'm doing. So just kind of my day-to-day life. Not so much nursing stuff. This is my nursing stuff, like the YouTube. But if you just want to check in with me, see what I'm doing on a daily basis, Instagram, IG, at Adam Deshawn. Y'all, I've had trap gas for the last like 2-3 days, and it's about to take me out. I swear to God. Like, it's right here in my, it's not, I'm not having an MI. But it's just like trap gas right here in my chest. Like, I done took my Lanta. I have done Just gas sex, but this trap gas about to take me out. I'm telling y'all, it's about to take me out for real. Hey, I'm Gucci. I'm just gonna call you I'm Gucci. I can't say that last piece. I'm in the LPN bridge. Do you get farm classes again? Yeah, you do. Like an LPN to RN bridge? Yeah, but you get a whole new farm class if you're doing LPN to RN. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm Gucci, you get a whole new farm class in LPN to RN. Good thing is that you have a good understanding of medications, but the RN, they're gonna go a little bit more in detail about the like chemicals, I guess. Like a little bit more detail as far as farm. Yeah, farm is a beast. I like farm because farm is more memorization, honestly. I mean, there is some critical thinking in farm, but most of it is just memorization. You know, this is for this. Don't take it with this. Stuff like that. As told by Mary, I didn't do a farm. Oh, really? I heard that. Try baking soda and water or mustard on a spoon. Ooh, I'm gonna try that baking soda. 'Cause I got some of that in the cabinet. Cause this trap gas about to take me out, y'all. No lie. Yeah, Melanin Mama. Y'all make some concept maps. Yeah, we did drug cards when I was in RN school. We did drug cards. I remember mine was real cute because I took a photo album and I put index cards in the photo album and kind of flipped through. So that's what I did. And not good at all. I barely got an A. I mean, I'm Gucci. C equals nurse. So right, yeah, Gucci. That'll kind of help you tie some stuff together. Cause some medications, LPNs don't give, or you won't, are typically given into a hospital, and that where LPNs are not being as utilized anymore. So yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit of a different beast. That's right, Melanin Mama. C's carry you on through. You not gonna get paid no more money from being an A nursing student versus being a C nursing student, okay? And I know that to be the truth. Hey, Rick James. Will you be getting into nursing management or leadership? Hell no. No. So I did nursing management back years ago when I was in the nursing home. I was like the evening nurse supervisor. And I was also a very short interim director of nursing too. Hated it both times. I didn't like it at all. I just can't deal with telling grown folks what to do. I mean, I can't deal with having to tell grown people to do the shit they signed up for. I can't handle it. It makes my nerves bad. You came and applied here, and now I got to tell you to do what you said you was gonna do. I can't handle it. And my mouth just ain't set out for management. Like I'm a good leader, like I'm a good team player. But as far as management, I don't know if I can deal with it. The ED, so it's Masters of Nursing, Masters of Science in Nursing Education, registered nurse. So that means, who asked me that? Dr. Quinn. That means that I have my master's in nursing, and then the specialty is nursing education. So that's what that means. Good question. Thank you for that, Quinn. Dr. Quinn. What y'all doing? So listen, Who all are in programs right now? Are you guys in LPN programs, RN programs? What about being a clinical instructor? Yeah, Gucci, I can see that. It would have to be clinical. It would have to be clinical. I couldn't do, I don't know if I could do classroom teaching, but I would have to be, I could do more clinical stuff. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's see. Rick James, PM, HNP. What is that? Psychiatric. Is that a mental health practitioner? Yeah. Mental health nurse practitioners make pretty good money. Christina, you're in your BSN program. Good for you. I'm getting ready to sit for my state boards, Perry. Congratulations. Good luck to you. Perry, I did an Nclex video a while ago, so go watch that if you haven't already did that, about how to kind of get into the the day before the Nclex and all that stuff. As told by Merle, I'm an RN, will finish my BSN in November. Good for you, as told by Merle. Congrats. J. Edwin, have you experienced violence from nurses, from patients as a nurse? What is the field? Yeah, I sneezed in multiple, so excuse me. Okay, so J. Edwin, have you experienced violence from patients as a nurse? What is the field with the less violence risk? Yeah, Edwin. So I've definitely experienced violence from patients and family. There's a video, y'all. Go look at the video I posted about the time a family member tried to fight me. But yeah, you definitely experience violence from patients. You're gonna deal anytime you work in bedside, when you're gonna deal with some type of violence from the patient, be it verbal, mental, emotional, you're gonna deal with some of it. Most of the time, patients are delirious. They're suffering from dementia or other psychiatric disorders that cause them to be violent. But if typically you're gonna deal with violence if you're at the bedside. If you're at the hospital, at the nursing home, working in a psychiatric hospital, you'll definitely have violence there. Anytime you're dealing with, I would say less violence if you're working in like a doctor's office, maybe a school nurse, you won't probably have a lot of violence. Those kind of things. Anytime you're working as a bedside nurse, you're gonna deal with some violence. I've been hit, slapped, spit on. Thank you guys for saying bless you. Thank you. I've been spit on, hit, slapped. I have been, I had a patient in the nursing home one time. I was tying a patient's shoes, and I had my hair in a ponytail. Mind you, I'm down here tying her shoes. I had my hair in a ponytail. She grabbed my ponytail and would not let go. That's a funny story I like to tell, but it's the truth. Hey, Devin, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it, Devin. Oh, Devin's being spit on? Yeah, I've been spit on too, and I wasn't very professional either. That's all I'm gonna say on video. I wasn't professional either. So let me see. J. Edwin, he's not my husband, but we are pretty much like that. No, he's a banker. He's not in healthcare. I don't know if I could deal with him if he was in healthcare too. Hey, Shisha's Beauty, totally off subject, but have you bought any new snake plants? I started to go to Lowe's today, but I didn't. I haven't bought anything else since I made that video. Here's one right here. Can y'all see my little snake plant over there? Can y'all see that? Yeah, I haven't bought any plants since I made that video. I gotta chill. I gotta chill. Even though I do like want a lot of plans, but we're getting out of the growing season, and I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna chill out. Devin, are there any other states you want to travel to? Uh, I would say there's a lot of states that I would want to travel to travel nurse. Um, I mean, I go where the money resides. Like I don't care wherever the money resides, that's where I go. Um, but I would like to go to California, but they say the state tax in California is so high. So, and I would love to go to New York. I would like to go to New York. Granted, I've been to New York several times on vacation, but I think it'll be fun to work in New York. Like getting on the subway, with my little nurse bag, walking up into the hospital. I think that'll be fun. Are you still working as a travel? I think travel nurse. As to what you asking me, I'm not working right now. I just finished an assignment, like a month or so ago. Gucci, what was your most challenging class in RN school? Mm, Most challenging class in RN school. It would have to be when we did adult health, neuro for some reason. Neuro was difficult for me to understand. Rick James, would you ever consider getting an MBA in healthcare? You can get one from WGU really fast and opening a HHA training center. RNs can also do certain aesthetics. So Rick James, I don't think I'll get an MBA, but those nurse, I know a lot of nurses that have MBAs that are registered nurses and went back to get their MBAs because they wanted to do more management, and it makes them more marketable to a wider job market. So I do know a lot of actually the at my last staff job, our chief nursing officer, she didn't have a master's of nursing education like I do. She had a MBA. So I know a lot of nurses are doing that. And I think it's a pretty smart move, because if you could do something outside of nursing too. Hey, was it Barkeisha Mitchell? Hey, can you get an RN? Can you RN work from home after passing NCLEX, or do you have to get hospital experience? I don't think you do. I don't think you do, Barkeisha. I think you can pretty much. Granted, I would suggest get some clinical experience, but I don't think it's necessary, Barkeisha. Um, Honestly speaking, because if something were to change, you wouldn't have any clinical experience. Like if you wanted to go to a hospital later or a nursing home, I would say get a few months of bedside experience before you did the work from home thing. But I don't think it'll be a problem. Honestly, I don't. I really don't. Hey, C Texas. I think that's. How are you? You're welcome, Barkeisha. Rick James coming. Come do work at City Government Hospital, NYC Good Hospital. That's where the real learning is done. Devin, what is your study schedule like for RN school? Um, so Devin, so what I did, like if we were going over material that took a few days to cover, I started studying that same night. Like, let's say we were gonna go over the neurological system, and it was gonna be a 3 day lecture. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That same night, I would go back over what we talked about in class today to kind of ingrain it into my brain, and if I had time, I would read ahead. So that's what really helped me. That way, when it was time to take the test, you're not so overwhelmed with the material. You've been kind of studying in increments up until the time came for you to take the test. Honestly. What other questions y'all got? And I'm here not to only answer nursing questions, you all. I'm here to answer other stuff too. So like if you have an issue, if you have a relationship problems, if you are dealing with parental issues, let me know because I'm here for all that because I have a copious amount of knowledge to give to you all. So shoot, fire away. Somebody just asked the question though. Have you ever worked in a rural setting? What are the pros and cons in working in a big hospital versus a small and rural? Do you think a new grad is making a mistake working a rural job as a first? What do you mean by rural? Like, give me an example, like rural as far as like working at a hospital way out in the country. Um, Honestly, I think that'd be fine too. You may not be as exposed to a lot of stuff, but if you wanted to work for a rural hospital and then later upgrade it to something that was in a metropolitan city, I don't think there's a problem with that either. See, how's your personal life? Ooh, marriage soon. I mean, no time in the future. No time that I can in the foreseeable future. I'll say that. Not my personal life. Whew, Jesus. It was actually a nice day today, though. Like it wasn't very hot. It wasn't very humid today. It was a really nice day today. What else y'all get? Come on with the questions, y'all. Talk to me. J. Edwin, do you want kids in the future? No, I don't. I can see you adopting 5 kids. I got my plans. I can't do the kids. I can't do the kids. I really don't. I was at home a few weeks ago for my mom's birthday, and all my nieces and nephews were there, and it was too many of them. Like I was overwhelmed. So I don't see me having kids. If my partner Kevin wants to have kids, I will compromise for him. I don't particularly want kids. I'm headed back. I'm headed back to acute, as told by Merle. Ask me that again, Merle. She's a beauty. I don't want pets either. Like I don't want nothing that I gotta take care of outside of myself. Oh, thank you, Gucci. I appreciate it. As told by Merle. Okay, I'm headed back to acute care in a level 1 trauma facility for me. It has been rough the first go round. Yeah. I like with my El Paso assignment when I was in Texas. Yeah, that was a level 1 trauma hospital. So yeah, that it was rough too. So I got you there. I got you. Just go in, stay prayed up. As told by Merle, just stay prayed up. Have you ever thought of opening your own CNA school or healthcare staffing agency? I'm in the process of opening a healthcare staffing agency. Not as hard as you would think. I have thought about something like that, Quinn. I actually kind of thought about opening like my CNA school. I took that seriously once upon a time. But in my area, there are a lot of nursing homes that offer the classes for free. So I didn't really know about like how that would go with, because of course you would go and be free, go with the free option. I have thought about that before. And yeah, I have a friend that started her own healthcare agency. But I would do like maybe a home healthcare agency. I don't know if I would do a staffing agency though. Thank you for the question, Quinn. Hey, Adam, what's your stand on mandatory vaccine in the workplace? Sugar on top. I am against mandatory vaccinations. I just feel it feels like that opens up the door for a whole other, whole lot of other shit that people are trying to regulate. So I don't think that they should be mandatory. I really don't. I'm an ICU nurse on nights, and I hate the shift. Any advice on for surviving nights? I hated nights with a passion. Um, the only thing I could tell you is try to get on day shift as soon as you can. I was on nights for a while, and I hated it. I hated it. Don't drink. Okay, so let me just say this about night shift C techs. Um, don't drink a coffee or energy drink too close to the end of your shift because you'll be up all day. Tevin, I love night. Day shift could never. Yeah, day shift is busy. Devin, absolutely. Day shift is busy, but for real talk, night it's just like just being up at nighttime. Something's wrong with that. Like there's something fundamentally wrong with it. I can do a night shift ever so often, but like just doing straight nights, Mm-mm. I did that when I was in LPN school, and I almost had a nervous breakdown. Yeah, I need to go cut my ear down. Like I'm hot. Be right back. Don't go nowhere. Don't y'all go nowhere. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Shit. Yeah, I was getting too hot. Now, what y'all say while I was gone? What's J. Edwin? What's your opinion on recreational marijuana for nurses when they are off? Do you think it will be allowed one day? I think it will be allowed one day. Um, Honestly speaking, like I don't think there's much wrong with marijuana if you're doing it on your off days. Of course, don't go to work high, but I think one day it'll be okay. It's just taking it a long time to get to like the Bible Belt states, but I think it'll be okay. Just when you're off though. Don't be going outside smoking it. Hey Adam, any advice on nursing students? Hey, was it Bernicia? Bernicia Harris, hey, any advice on nursing students who is second guessing this career path? Um Bernicia, I've second guessed my career path and I'm 14 years in it. But only thing I can say, if this is your true calling, then this wouldn't be a question to me. This is something. If this is something that is truly something that you really want to do, and this is in you, then it's a no brainer to me. Um, Granted, I'm 14 years in, and I'm having some second guesses. So just go back to whatever the reason was that you wanted to become a nurse in the first place. Keep revisiting that, and that should hold you tight to the end. Bernicia, thank you for the question. Quinn, there is a lot of administration during the day, absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, Devin, you're right. Day shift is something else. Like you have to, but like I think it's like you have to really get ingrained with the day shift people, and it's a lot of teamwork. It's more teamwork on days than it is on nights. Um, well, I take that back. It's probably about the same. I think night shifts are more personally connected to each other. Days is rough. I'm sorry. Days is rough. Like, I don't like days either, but I just can't do nights. Like, nights, just being up all night is a problem. Hey, Tanya Clark. Ooh, you've been on night shift for 7 years and just got off a 7-day stretch. I know you tired. J. Edwin, do you have a favorite luxury brand? Mm, and I don't really buy a lot of luxury stuff. Like, I don't really buy a lot of name brand stuff. I'm real cheap. Um, I guess so. My car, I've owned a Lexus for the last like 10 years. So Lexus, I'm team Lexus. I have a Lexus. Um, but that's really my only, if I had to say a favorite luxury brand, I do like Coach. I do like Coach. I've always liked Coach. Far as like bags and stuff like that. But that's it. I don't really go out like Louis Vuitton and Gucci. I'm not spending my money on that bullshit. That's silly. As Tobin, I worked nights for years, went to days. This year realized I was so cranky, so tired because of the lack of effective sleep. Yes. I think that's what gets me about um like night shift. It's like you don't get effective sleep because when I was working nights, I couldn't sleep no more than a few hours at a time. So after days, after just working, if you working a 3 day stretch and you only slept like 5 days, I mean 5 hours, because that's probably about the most amount of sleep that I would get during my sleep. Like when I would get out of work in the morning time and sleep, I would only get like 5 hours. So yeah. And like it, but at nighttime, if I'm in my bed, I can sleep 12 hours like with no problem. Cause I love to sleep. Rick James, car must be comfortable for a long drive after work. Yes, absolutely. Tanya, look at him. I did 6 days straight as an ER nurse, then went to my other hospital as a floor nurse. Go figure. Tanya. I think what messes Devin, I think what messes people up on night shift is a lot of people flip the schedule and throw their circadian rhythm off. I stay on night schedule even on my off days. Never fails me, and I think that's a big part of it too, Devin. But I think people want to enjoy the daytime on their off days. People want to enjoy like their kids, their husbands, their wives. They want to enjoy stuff in the daytime. So I think that's when it gets all messed up. Is when you try to like when you get off work at whatever 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. when you get home. I would used to try to stay up as long as I could. That way I could get back into a rhythm and it would just throw it all off. So yeah, I get you. J. Edwin, do you cook? I try not to. I mean, I heat shit up, but as far as like cooking, I can. I just don't like to cook. To me, it's more of a To me, it's more. It's to me. It's too much of a chore to be to because I live alone. Me and my dude, we don't live together. So me to be cooking up a bunch of damn food. Mm-mm. Tanya, I work 6 nights straight, so I can have 8 days off in a row. Okay, Tanya, I can see that. Not Tanya, Toya. Sorry. I always get them names mixed up. What the hell is that? See, I ain't about got time. Let me block this fool with this damn kung fu shit. Get off. Who is this? How do I get this motherfucker? I don't know how to. If he say something else, he blocked. See, I'm not finna be told shit up in my own home. How do I get this? Put user in timeout. Hide user. How do I get this removed? Can I do that? I'm sorry, y'all. Some food came in here. Okay, what we talking about? Edwin, what's your favorite show on Bravo? I love Married to Medicine. Hold on. I'm trying to get this motherfucker off my thing. Favorite show on Bravo? I love Married to Medicine. Hey, Tahisha. Tahisha Smith backstory. I let my son stay with his dad's parents while in LPN school, and he is still there. Now I'm working to go to school for my RN soon, me and my grandmother, but here's a lot. We'll continue. I know, but you know what? It's a small sacrifice for the reward, Tahisha. For real talk. She disrespects me in front of my son. How do I approach her about that? So let me see. I let my son stay with his dad's parents. Me and his grandmother but his, and will continue. So does she watch your son, Tahisha? My favorite. Truth be told, Tahisha, if you can find other childcare, um, then that's what I would do. Absolutely. And I know it's hard because I mean you're trying to do something and she may be either free or very cheap, but it just depends on what you're willing to put up with. You know, you have to put stuff into perspective. Are you willing to deal with this woman disrespect just until you can make it through school and then you could, you know, maybe afford better child care and blah 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 blah. Um, but my thing is, first of all, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody texting me. Get off my phone. Leave me alone. Let her know that you will not be disrespected. And I don't give a damn if she is grandma. You know, because old people seem, I mean, not old people, our elderly seem to think that they can say and do what they want to do because we're supposed to respect our elders, but respect goes both ways. You know, don't be afraid to get her right together in a loving way. Okay, what y'all talking about? Full-time job. My full-time job is paying $8,000 a shift. You pick up extra. If you don't want to work the full shift, then it's $80 an hour. Toya, I'm back. Sorry, I don't know. Somebody called me and it threw everything off. Um, Let me see. Yeah, I never So I never thought I would get my master's, you guys. I never thought I would get my master's. I thought when I got my RN, that was it. I never thought I would go any further than that. But that's how life goes for you. And honestly speaking, the reason why I went and pursued higher education is because I knew I was getting kind of burned out at the bedside. And I knew I had to have an insurance plan for whenever I got older. Because I didn't want to be one of those nurses that's like 60, 70 years old, still having to work the bedside. And I had to think in the next 30 years, you know, they may be requiring a lot more education. So it was just kind of an insurance plan, honestly. Rick James, I can always get back into my rhythm. Can you talk about WG? Hey, yeah, Senna Munez. Can you talk about WGU nursing? I have questions about how the program is. If you have to do a practicum. Let me see. Do you have to do a practicum? So what program, Yasina, you want to do BSN or you want to do MSN? If they're BSN, there is no practicum. There is a project you do at the end, but there isn't a practicum. Now your master's, I mean, I think you're talking about the capstone. There is a capstone at the end of your master's program. Um, but you have to ask me specific questions, Yasina. There's like so many things that goes into that. Hey, Jerquarius Jackson, what floor do you recommend me starting off as a new grad? I'm torn and don't know which one. Is there one you want to do? I mean, I think depends on what you want to do. I started out on the med surg floor, and they gave me a general knowledge of just kind of hospital nursing, and it also kind of gives you more of a like what I do in it. And also too, once you get in the hospital, you kind of observe and see what the other nurses do, like the tele nurses, the PCU nurses, the ICU nurses. Kind of observe them. Ask the manager of the unit if you can shadow a day, and then hop right in. If you're unsure, um, Mr. Jackson, start at med surg and go from there, sweetie. JM, what do you think about nurses that won't get vaccinated? I think I think that's everybody's personal choice, honestly. I just don't like being forced to do shit. Like, I mean, my vaccination status, I won't mention, but I just don't think people should be forced to do anything. For the capstones, you have to complete clinical hours with a nurse educator. So, Miss Yasina, so I don't know how they're doing it now, but when I went back in December, COVID was still pretty bad, which is pretty bad now. So they gave you a online university. You had to look at the online university's curriculums, and you had to create a curriculum wherever there was a gap needed. So your preceptor, your preceptor is your course instructor. So you don't have to go find a preceptor. Um, ouch. Yeah, you're right, Quinn. They have a pre-license, but it's only available in some states. It's not available in Tennessee. I know that because I've looked. Hey, TK. You're welcome, Yasina. Okay, I didn't know that. And I think WGU, they started a nurse practitioner program too, but I don't know. I know it's not available in Tennessee too. Yasina, how many hours a week do you spend on the MSN if you want to be done in 6 months? Quite a bit. I worked on it probably. So I worked 36 hours a week, 3 12-hour shifts a week, Yasina. And on my off days, I would spend at least 5 hours on schoolwork. Um, sometimes if sometimes if I would work, if I was off for the next few days, like if I did a 12-hour shift, I would work on it even that night. So I worked on it at least, I would say at least, give schoolwork at least 20 to 30 hours a week, Yasina. I seen your Jackson State nursing uniform. I'm from Jackson, Tennessee. All right, Dr. Quinn. Where did you see my nursing uniform at? Do you see yourself traveling to California for a travel job? If they pay enough, I go where the money resides. Only thing about California, like I mentioned before, that the state taxes are quite a bit from your salary. So it's like, Future.Quinn. Oh, I guess I don't know. I think I know what you're talking about. I think my lab jacket probably. Yeah, because I spent a lot of damn money on that lab jacket. I'm getting my use out of it. Let me see. How much is WGU a semester? Is it expensive? TK. So it depends on what program. My BSN program was about $3,500 per semester. And my the master's program was about $4,500 a semester. So not expensive at all. Yeah, BSN. So BSN I paid about, remember I finished my BSN in 6 months. So I only end up paying $3,500 for my full bachelor's degree. So it depends on how fast you can get it done. If you can get it done quick, then that's all you gotta pay. These travel contracts are now paying high base pay and less stipend. They are taxing the hell out of the base pays. You're right, Merle. And that's why a lot of them, I'm kind of, depending on what you're willing to pay in taxes, you can go exempt. Which I don't say Adam said go exempt. Because if you will, because the IRS going to get you on the back end. So it just depends on if you budget your money. Hey, Laverne. Haven't seen you in a while. I was always motivated to go back to school because of your testimony. Get back into it, Laverne. It ain't too late. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Ooh, this trap gas, y'all, just about to take me out. I'm gonna do that baking soda and water. Like water. Water. What else y'all got going on? Bro, that's what I've been doing. It ain't helping. TK, are you doing a COVID travel assignment? I know someone that make 10K a week. Yeah, they're out there. TK, but right now I got some shit coming up, so I can't go out right now. But when I get back and have a nice gap of time, I'm gonna try to get on that 10K for real. If they still offering it, I'm gonna try to get on it. Mr. Jackson, thank you. What was your favorite floor to work on? I've only worked on med-surg floors. I did work on a tele floor for a few weeks. So I would say med. I've never did ICU. I've never did PCU or anything like that. I enjoyed that med-surg is busy. If I had to stay at my staff job, I wanted to go to the ICU to train in the ICU. So, but right now I've only did tele and I've only done med-surg. But if you can go into the ICU, I think you'll be more profitable. Sometimes I contemplate about going back to a staff job for like a year and get a year of ICU experience. So we'll see. I don't know. Ugh. What else y'all got going on? What time is it? Hey, Latricia. I'm sorry I missed your question. Latricia Owens, you should consider being a program mentor at WGU. That's not a bad idea. Correct homework for online school. That's not a bad idea, Rick James. Because whatever, it would have to be part-time. Like, I don't know if I'll ever be like a staff nurse again. Like, because I just like my freedom too much. Yesenia, is WGU pass, no pass, or do you have grades? So they work on a competency-based curriculum, meaning that your work will be deemed competent or not competent. So everybody graduates. Yeah, TK, like pass or fail. Everybody graduates with a 3.0, I think. So like if you want to go into a master's program that's not WGU and you need to submit a transcript, your grades come out as a 3.0 with WGU. All right, TK, good luck on your test tomorrow. Let me see who here. You're welcome. What else y'all got? Cause what time I've been on here? Oh shit! What happened to my chat? Teacher Doc Quinn. I was looking at WGU for MBA in healthcare administration. I seen people on YouTube that get it done in 6 months. One guy did a master's in 15 days. I was shocked. I don't know. I don't know what kind of school that was that he did a master's in 15 days. Definitely know didn't do it at WGU because the waiting process between getting everything done for your master's takes 15. It took me like a month to do my capstone at the very end, to get everything submitted and get everything situated. It took at least a month to get that done. So 15 days, I don't know. I wouldn't go to that school. Let me just say that. Do you have any hospital ghost stories? Not hospital, but when I was in a nursing home, we used to have this room. We used it as a storage room. It was the patient's room. We used it as a storage room. And the call light would go off. The call light would go off all the time. I remember the technician, he pulled the call light system out and the call light would still ring. So we thought that was pretty scary. Yeah, thank you, Shisha Beauty. Yeah, y'all, thumbs up the video. I think that does something. I'm still not hip to all this like YouTube stuff. Like I thank God for my subscribers. You guys are amazing. But I still have an issue marketing myself. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Yeah, so hey, give it a thumbs up, like it, whatever it does. It'll help me. Help push your video in the algorithm. Oh, okay, Devin, I didn't know that. Well, I knew it did something good. I'm just here making videos like, I don't even know what the shit does. Oh, man. Bernicia, do you think about going to nursing homes to be I did that, Bernicia. I was a DON for a while, and I hated it. Hey, Belinda Eckley from California. Yeah, Bernicia, I did that. I was the interim DON for the nursing home for like 6 months. Hated it. It was trash. I hated it. Hey, Latricia, the world needs to hear. I be trying to make them hear me, but like, I don't know. Devin Wallace, what did you hate about it? About being a DON? So, first of all, I was lied to because they was like, well, they've got somebody in that they were hiring, they just needed an RN to kind of sign stuff to get the stuff. They just needed a nurse in the position until they got the lady trained. Every person they would get in kept quitting. So, which left me, because at the time I had been working for the facility for like 10 years. So I pretty much knew policy and procedure. And they just never left you alone. Like, they was calling you for people calling in. You were dealing with family member complaints. You were being woke up all times of night. Mind you, you are the director of nursing. You always on call. It was just too much. Like I remember I did it for like and I did it right around the time me and my boyfriend first started dating. And like my phone would ring all hours of the night. So I was like, anytime I have to give up my life to do a job, I ain't got it. It's not in me. I'm not doing that. Merle, right. I mean, you got to pay me very well to take on that type of responsibility ever again. Do you have any advice? Hey, Belinda, do you have any advice for a is it third semester? Your third semester nursing student? You almost done, sis. Well, it depends on how many semesters are you in a BSN program, or are you in an associates? Hey, Rick James, catching up on all your videos. I see that you got lucky and bought a house in 2019. Been trying to buy one these past 6 months in a NYC suburb, and market is crazy everywhere. Yes, you have to look up that. I know New York houses is crazy because I've looked up New York houses, but like Nashville is crazy too. It's crazy as hell. I managed to muster up a down payment for this house, and like thank God. So the struggle is real. I understand. Hey Belinda, so third semester. So you got what, one semester left? Belinda, you almost home. You almost done. Keep it tight. Keep it right. Don't get overzealous. Don't get overconfident. Um, just keep it tight. Keep it right, and get this shit done. You almost done. Do you have any advice for a first semester nursing student associate degree? Ooh, so TK, only advice I would give you is form a study group with some of your peers. Review stuff before and after class, and don't be afraid to ask questions. I was one of those students that would never ask a question until I got older and into more advanced programs. Ask questions early, and just understand that this is going to be a difficult ride, and just take it for all it is. Oh, you're welcome, Belinda. What else y'all got? Yeah, TK, make sure if you haven't already subscribe to my channel, and then also follow me on Instagram at Adam Deshawn. You can inbox me questions all the time. Those of you guys who, because I know I don't do lives often, I'm gonna try to do lives like every 1 to 2 weeks. I'm gonna try my damnedest, but just follow me on Instagram, and you can inbox me questions on Instagram. Toya Clark, come try ER. Ooh, Toya. They had me in the ER when I was in Iowa on a travel assignment. Mind you, I was just doing like a resource nurse, but the ER, I can't. I can't deal with it. Y'all got too much going on. Do you like Epic Charting? I just did a training. I like it more than Cerner. So I did Epic very shortly. But I did Cerner my whole entire Texas contract. And Cerner, I didn't think was that bad after I got the hang of it. But I hear a lot of people say they loved Epic. I only did Epic a very short period of time. Oh yeah, I gotta go pee. Be right back. Don't move. Oh, I've been drinking all of the liquid. Come on in the room. Mm-mm. Come on in the room. Jesus. Ooh, hey, Erica. Hi, Erica. It's the truth. Yeah. CERN, I only use Epic, so I can't really give a good um review on Epic because I'll use it for just such a short period of time. Hey, Bernice, any advice on you can give on getting too overwhelmed with COVID work and balancing everyday life? Um, Only thing I can say you're gonna have to be very selfish if you're especially if with me with me my thing was routine. I love routine. Like every day, I would get up, I would do the same thing every day. Self care is going to be critical, and it's easy to just like start putting yourself on the back burner, but you got to put yourself on your to do list and put yourself at the top of your to do list. I'm telling you, you're gonna regret it if you don't. You'll get overwhelmed. You'll get burned out. You'll get sick, like physically sick. It will make you sick. Yeah, Merle, exactly. Because at the end of the day, these jobs don't give a damn about you. They don't care. Rick James, selfish doesn't always mean putting people down. No, it doesn't. What else y'all got? Latricia, yeah. A hard time telling family. Latricia, I have a hard time telling family and friends I don't want to hang out due to COVID. I feel that everyone doesn't understand that, and they don't have to, because sometimes you taking care of yourself doesn't require anybody else to understand. It doesn't require. It does not require anybody else to understand why you are taking care of you. Would you recommend doing a bachelor's after completing a? Yes, I would, Bernicia. Go back and review my channel, sweetie. If you guys have not already subscribed to me on YouTube, subscribe. If you guys have not already follow me on Instagram, please do that. And also give this video a thumbs up. Edwin, way off topic, would you consider doing a coming out video? Do you have any advice for a mother whose son is unsure if he is bisexual or gay? Do you think there is such a thing as too young to know? Ooh, that's a very, very big question, Edwin. I'm come back to that, Edwin. If I don't forget, just remind me. Yasina, how long have you been nursing? I've been nursing 14 years. So unsure if he is bisexual or gay. So Edwin, he's gay. He's not bisexual. The son, because that's what I used when I first came out was bisexual. That was kind of easing the blow. He's not bisexual. He's gay. Bless his heart. Only thing I would say, you just have to make him feel loved, because the society is going to try to break him down. He has to feel loved, and he has to feel safe enough to come to you with it. And a good analogy that I heard somebody say one time when dealing with children who may or may not be what their parents wanted them to be is that if you plant seeds, right? You know, if you're a gardener and you plant seeds, and you plant a tomato seed, you plant an orange seed, you plant a cucumber seed, you can't make the cucumber be a tomato, you can't make the tomato be a cucumber, but what you can do is give them enough water or give them enough sunlight so they can grow and be the best cucumber or tomato that they have been created to be. Unfortunately, I grew up in a very, of course, I'm very Southern. I'm from the South. I'm from the Bible Belt. Grew up in a very religious household. So you can already imagine how my coming up was. And not saying that my mother and my mother wasn't supportive of me, because it's always been very, my sexuality has always been a understood thing that we just didn't talk about. So that's that. Hey everybody. Oh, we got 17 people. I think that's the highest we didn't been since I've been in this room. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. Um, Erica, you just asked the question, how long were you in LPN before you became an RN? I was in LPN about 4 years, 4 or 5 years before I became an RN. Thank you, Rick James. You guys, I'm gonna get off of here because it's getting late. And I'm hot as hell. I don't know. I think because I'm upstairs and heat rises, so I'm hot. Those of you guys who have not already, follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs like before you guys leave, please, if you will. And I will see you guys on the flip flop. Peace.